Welcome back. Yo, today we're going back to Reddit. I love doing Reddit videos. I don't like spamming Reddit because I feel like it's not that good every time. But today we are back on Reddit on the subreddit r/AmIOverreacting. I've done these before. Basically, we're gonna read a prompt and decide if the person is overreacting. I found 5 good juicy ones. I don't read the shit before I just read the title, and this one is already juicy to me. Am I overreacting for refusing to forgive my husband after finding out what he's been doing during work trips? As soon as I read that, I'm thinking cheating, but why wouldn't you put cheating in the title? So maybe I don't know. What could it possibly other than cheating, what could it possibly be? Let's get to it. I can't wait. My husband and I have been married for 6 years, long time. I genuinely thought we had he had to be cheating. I genuinely thought we had a solid relationship. We had normal couple problems, but nothing that ever made me think he'd betray me. A few weeks ago, I noticed he became super protective of his phone, turning it face down, taking it everywhere, even in the shower. My gut kept telling me something was off. Well, I found out during his work trips he's been going out partying with coworkers, flirting with other women, and apparently telling people he's basically single. One girl even sent me screenshots because she didn't know she was married at first. He was married at first. The worst part, he swear he never physically cheated. So according to him, I'm disturbing our marriage over flirting. Bruh. Bruh. Come on. This nigga definitely cheated. But honestly, I feel humiliated, especially because some of his friends apparently knew and covered for him. It's Women just think that a guy's friend is gonna pull up to them and tell them, "Hey, your fucking husband is cheating on you, my best friend or a friend of mine." I'm not, yo, side, hold on, side quest like for 2 seconds, real quick. Genuinely, women, I want you to answer this question if a woman ever sees this ever. If your man is cheating and I'm friends with him, you think I'm dead ass about to go to you and tell you that? It's never ever our place to do some shit unless you're my sister or I know you more than I know him. It's impossible for me to tell anybody something like that. That's never gonna happen ever. It's not even about betraying trust or being like right or morally on the right person. It's none of that shit. In my head, it's not. I'm not going out of my way to do something like that. It's not. It's none of my business, nigga. What the fuck? Let's get back to it. Now he's crying, begging me not to leave, saying it meant nothing and he'll change. Meanwhile, his family's telling me all men make mistakes and that I shouldn't throw away a marriage over messages. I believe so too. I haven't looked at him the same since. Am I the asshole for wanting a divorce over this? You're not an asshole. No. No, you're not. Me personally, 6 years, I would have tried to work it out. I would have tried to work it out once because this is the first time this has happened in 6 years. Because you're saying that you've had a solid relationship, you've had a good enough standing. This is what I think happened. He got bored. He wanted to have fun on the work parties. Like, you got to I'm thinking about this guy's shoes. All his friends are single. They're going out every time they go on a work trip. They're all flirting with girls, having sex, doing all this other shit. And then you expect this guy who's married, like, I get it, I understand. Be faithful. You got a girl at home. I understand that part. I'm just saying it's big FOMO. It's big FOMO. Maybe he never ever actually had sex with somebody or truly crossed that boundary in the cheating, but it seems like he did. I'll be honest with you. It seems like he did. But it's like, especially the way he's guarding his phone, it seems like he did cheat. But like, I maybe he just got bored of the relationship and that the work parties, the work trips, it gave him something exciting to do in life. Work with him on that. You've been with him 6 years. Like, me personally, I'm not gonna just go immediately to divorce. I'm gonna try to see what's going on. See, is this who he is now, or like if my girl, like if this happened to me and my wife is telling me this, or like I find out about this and I'm talking to my wife and she's crying, I'm gonna be like, okay, you have to tell me everything. Tell me the truth. Well, they're not going to tell you the 100% of the truth. But whatever truth that they give me, I'm going to take that and I'm going to try to analyze best as I can. All right, is this a thing that's been going on forever? Is this a one-time thing? Why did this happen? Try to work it out. If we can't work it out, then we divorce. Like I feel like immediately wanting divorce is such a like a, after 6 years. I feel like after 5 years, immediate divorce is crazy to me. Unless I like catch you getting fucked in your bed right now, like I walk in and you're getting fucked, immediate divorce. Other than that, like, but you're not overreacting though. Let's see, not overreacting. This is still emotionally cheating. Also, many cheaters like to breadcrumb the truth. He's admitted to flirting. Yeah, there you go. He was preparing to cheat. Yep. Dump their friends because they aren't friends. Move out and tell your husband he can live. Yo, this is what I don't like. Do you think this is fucking realistic? You think this person could just like some people online just think that you can up and just take your life like take a pause. Just like uproot your life and just disappear when some bad happens. A lot of people really think like that. I'm gonna say no. You are not overreacting. Next up, am I overreacting for refusing to give my roommate her spare key back after what I found out? This one also tickled a little bit of my tingly senses. I'm 24, female, living with my roommate. Why were you, putting full govy? What are we doing govy on the internet for? It's 2026, niggas still giving govies. Are we serious? Sophie, 26, female. We lived together for about a year. Wow, and honestly never had major issues. A few months ago, she asked if her younger brother could stay with us for just a weekend while he looked for a place nearby after getting a job. I said sure, because I didn't think it was a big deal. That weekend somehow turned into 3 weeks. Oh, see, you not me. On God, on Monday morning, he would be out the house, or the police are getting called. What the fuck? Or the police are getting called. And if you're not gonna listen to police, then these hands are getting fucking thrown. On God. He wasn't horrible or anything, but he'd constantly be in the living room late at night, getting gaming loudly, leaving dishes everywhere. Once I came home to find him literally asleep on our couch and just box. He's a guy. Come on, yo. Come on. I do this all the time. But he is not in his own apartment though. That's a little crazy. I started feeling uncomfortable in my own apartment. That is very reasonable. I brought it up privately and she apologized, saying he'd leave soon. Eventually he did, and I thought that was the end of it. Fast forward to this week, I work hybrid, but on Tuesdays I'm always at the office all day. Around noon, my neighbor tested, asking if my boyfriend was home because she heard a guy inside our apartment earlier. Around noon, my neighbor texted me, I don't have a boyfriend. Immediately, I got confused and checked our apartment camera facing the front door. Around 10 a.m., Sophie's brother casually unlocked our apartment. Whoa, whoa, and walked inside by himself. Whoa. Nobody else was home. I texted Sophie why her brother was in the apartment. She responded like it was completely normal. I gave him a spare key in case he needs somewhere to crash after work. Yo. This is your own crib shit. This is shit that you do at your own crib. You got a roommate. This is not acceptable. What the fuck? Oh, I'm kicking her and the brother out. I was honestly shocked. I told her it was not okay with somebody who doesn't live here being having unrestricted access to our apartment, especially without my knowledge. She got mad. How the fuck is she getting mad? She got mad and said I was making him sound dangerous. Fuck you mean? It's not a danger, bitch. You just gave him the key. What the fuck? Without consulting me, you gave him a key. This is not your crib. It's our crib. This is why I can't do roommates, bro. Is exactly why. That wasn't even my point. I don't want random people entering my home when I'm not there. Facts. When I got home, I asked for the key back. She refused and said she pays rent too. Bitch, we both do. So she can give a key to whoever she wants. We ended up arguing for like an hour. I eventually told the landlord everything because our lease specifically says guests can't stay more than 7 days and tenants can't distribute keys without approval. Now Sophie is furious because the landlord sided with. Obviously, first of all, no, okay, hold on. This is a little tough. Cause would I get like, listen, you've been living with Sophie. I'm putting myself in your shoes, lady. I'm living with Sophie for about a year. We know each other. We haven't gotten off. This is her brother, though. See, nobody like. We like to always paint the villain in everybody's story, but nobody's a villain in everybody's story. There's always a different viewpoint that you can look at it from. I'm looking at this from Sophie. My brother needs to crash. I gave him a key to my place that I live at. But also, Sophie, I don't want this random guy in my crib because it makes me feel uncomfortable. Also, you only said weekend. He's been here 3 weeks. And also, you give him a key to just randomly enter. You know? Weird. It's just too much weird shit. You're trying to slide by and act like it's not a big deal, but you're just bypassing her authority. You guys both have the same authority in the crib, but like you can't do that. Also, going to the landlord, I don't know. Would I do that if I was the main person writing this? I don't think I'd go to the landlord. I think I'd figure it out. Stand my foot down. I mean, maybe because I'm a guy, I just tell the dude get out and don't come back and give me the key. But she's a girl, maybe it's different for her. But if I was the guy, if I was there, I'd be like, yo, get the fuck out, get your shit and leave right now. That's what I would say. But like, and if he refused, then I'm gonna say the landlord shit. But let's keep going. We ended up arguing. Oh, now Sophie's furious because the landlord sided with me and threatened lease violations if her brother keeps coming back. She says I escalated things way too far instead of handling it like adults. I don't know. I don't know about that because you already broke. Like in my head, she broke the 1 weekend rule. She broke the key thing, and she also didn't tell him. That's 3 strikes. 3 strikes, you're out. So I feel like the landlord is valid. Would I have done it? No. But from her side, I think the landlord is valid. So you're not overreacting so far. Now a couple of mutual friends are saying I made the situation unnecessarily because they're not living with a fucking vagrant in their crib. I promise you, if somebody stayed at my crib for more than a weekend and they were saying, "Oh, I'm leaving, I'm leaving, I'm leaving." You're getting out. You're getting out, or I'm killing you in your sleep. How about that? Pause. I'm out in GTA. In GTA. What the fuck? I'm lying. I'm not doing that. What am I talking about? But honestly, I can't stop thinking about how long this would have continued if my neighbor never texted me. Am I overreacting? You are not overreacting. There you go, facts. You did try to handle it. That's difficult when other adults acting childish. Yep. You're absolutely. Yep. All right. We're in agreement. We're in agreement with Reddit. Next up. Am I overreacting for leaving my husband because his friend made pig noises at me? Immediately off the title, no. But let's hear the context. My husband and I have a laundry list of issues that we're currently working through in our first year of marriage. Okay. Brand new to this thing. One of those being the way his friends talk to and about me. It's becoming a recurring conversation that would be with his friends, and at some point or another they make a fat joke. Ooh, I thought pig as in just like maybe I didn't know. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I think the husband should be buried under the fucking ground. Anybody calls my wife fat in front of me, I don't give a fuck if she's the fattest person in the world. You call my wife fat in front of me, you're too comfortable. First of all, we're no longer friends, and I'm beating the shit out of you. What the fuck? Oh, forget everything else. These guys, first of all, these people gotta be white. There's no way. Yo, this is so incredibly disrespectful. I dare like, yo, if I was, oh my god, I just got so offended. I just got so offended. Ooh, let's continue. They made a fact joke about that's crazy about your own wife. I don't care what they call me, Timmy Turner, because I have. What the fuck? Yo, get out. I don't care when they make fun of my music interests. It's just, what the fuck? But I have an autoimmune kidney disease, and I'm still adjusting to. Whoa, whoa, buddy, your husband's an asshole. What do you mean? Am I overreacting, bitch? What the fuck do you mean? Am I overreacting? Your husband's a piece of shit. Get out. Get out now. Ah, I'm not reading the rest of this bullshit. What? Oh, I gotta read it. I'm curious. Long story short, my husband and his friends were hanging out the other day. I was eating ice cream, and one of his friends told me to stop eating and then made pig noises at me. I genuinely don't know how I would react if somebody said that in my presence about my wife. I don't know. I don't know how I'd react. This is crazy to me, yo. I might do something like that I will regret for the rest of my life. I might be locked up for 25. That's crazy, yo. I was hurt? Fuck you mean I was hurt? Bitch, go grab that knife from the kitchen right now. Go do that right now. Real quick, real quick. What? His other friend spoke up and said that's not cool. The friend spoke up? Oh! This fucking beta male husband. You're a fucking bitch. Oh, this just pissed me off. Oh, I'm mad as fuck. Oh my god. And then it all lectured me on how I just need to bully back if it affects me so much. I said I didn't feel the need to stoop to that level. It said that my husband should be defending me. Facts. They all laughed right in my. Where the fuck is the husband? You don't have a fucking husband. You don't have a fucking husband. Am I tweaking? Am I overreacting? I think I might be overreacting. They gotta be white. They gotta be white. Where the fuck is the respect? You don't have respect for me. You don't have respect for me. If these my friends, they don't have respect for me. Oh my god, I'm fucking heated. Keep in mind, this has been going on for some time. I asked him to defend me. I've spoken about how it's affecting my self-image. I've even gone so far to have an entire organized conversation with this friend who did this to tell him to stop making jokes about my body several months ago. It's not news to my husband that it doesn't sit well with me. I've said this isn't okay about 200 different ways. My husband didn't defend me, didn't address the situation for 2 whole days, even though I immediately got up and left the house for the entirety of the day following this situation. At this point, I'm not only hurt by the situation, but more hurt my husband is comfortable letting me be the butt of a joke in a room full of his friends. So I told him I lost respect for him and I lost respect for our relationship, and that although it's painful and I love him very much, I have to leave. He's now telling our friend group that I'm being mean to him because I want to this nigga's a bitch. I'm being mean to him? This is what he's saying? You're saying I'm leaving you, and he's telling his friend group or your friend group that I'm being mean to him. Am I on a crack right now? Somebody put some fucking life in me real quick. Am I overreacting? Like, yo, I dare you to speak about my wife like that. There's jokes, right? There's jokes and then there's disrespect. And you're saying they've done this multiple times about multiple things about you. They call you Timmy Turner because of the buck teeth, your interest in music they make fun of, and they told you to stop eating and made pig noises at you? What the fuck is... And you already have a laundry list of issues? In 2026, this is what you're dealing with in 2026. I need I need some time to decompress. This cannot be real life. This genuinely cannot be real life. Bro, I promise I don't think I've ever like bro, I don't think I've ever felt this way about somebody that I don't know. Crazy. Yo, I wish I knew this person in real life. Just call me real quick. Just call me. Just call me, please. Tell me about this situation. Let me be over there when they're talking about you like this. Cause I'm not even gonna talk to his friends. Cause the friends ain't got shit. Like fuck the friends. Friends are pieces of shit. Fuck the friends. The husband is who I got a problem with. That nigga need to go first of all. His response is that you were being mean to him. I'm so fucking befuddled right now. I'm befuddled. This nigga's a piece of shit. I gotta move on. Let me read the comments. Let me read the comments. People often learn to accept this kind of treatment during the upbringing. Alright, brother, you're talking too much. We can go on about the friends, but you have a serious husband problem. I've been my wife for 28 years and I mean nobody disrespect my wife ever. I don't give a fuck who you. Facts. Your husband understands why you're upset. He doesn't care. He agrees with them. Your husband doesn't respect you. Yeah, all right, yeah, I've read enough of the comments. I read enough. You need to leave now. Get the fuck out. That guy's a piece of shit. I gotta cleanse my palate. Next up, am I overreacting for being upset that my fiance proposed with his late wife's ring? I'm gonna say yes. I think you are overreacting. Off rip, because I feel like Why would I, in this economy, why am I spending hella money on a new ring? First of all. Second of all, if it's a good enough ring, bitch, who gives a fuck who used it before you? You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck? I'm 30-year-old female. My fiance's 33. Thank you, no names. Thank you for no names. Clap it up. Everybody in the comments, let's clap it up for somebody who doesn't use the names. For some background, he and his late wife were basically childhood sweethearts. They grew up together. Their families were close. They went to the same college, got married young, and were together for several years before she unfortunately passed away while giving birth to their daughter. Ooh. It was obviously devastating for everyone involved, and he ended up raising his daughter on his own until we met. I met him when his daughter was around 4, and since then we built a life together. Overall, things have been good. I've always tried to respect the fact that he was widowed. I've never asked him to get rid of the pictures or stop talking about her or pretend she doesn't exist. She was an important part of his life and is an important part of his daughter's life. And I understand that. Last week he proposed to me. I was honestly excited. We've been together for years, so I knew it's probably coming eventually. The proposal itself was sweet and the ring was beautiful. I said yes. We took some pictures and posted them online. I posted a few on Facebook and he posted them on Instagram. A day later, his former sister-in-law, who was also his daughter's aunt, messaged me and asked if the ring I was wearing was her sister's engagement ring. Ooh, hold on, curveball. To this point, I thought she was overreacting for sure. But now, the sister-in-law is commenting on Instagram. What's going on? I told her I don't think so. Honestly, it didn't even cross my mind. I figured there's no way he would propose to me with the same ring. Why not? A couple of days later, she got back to me after comparing old photos. It was the exact same ring. At first, I thought maybe she was mistaken. He admitted it. He told me that yes, it was the same ring. But what was all this? I don't think we need all this other. But let's continue. But he didn't see what the big deal was. Me neither. It was a beautiful ring. It had sentimental value, and didn't make sense to buy another ring when you already had one. Yeah, you want me to spend all this money? I told him that wasn't really the point. I explained that I wasn't upset because I wanted a more expensive ring with some giant diamond. Honestly, if money was the issue, I would have perfectly been happy. No, you wouldn't. Yeah, shut up. Here come the women with the hypotheticals. No, you wouldn't. If I gave you a cheap ass ring while I was proposing to you, you'd be like, I don't like this ring. Am I over this? You know what? This wouldn't be about the ring. It would be about, am I overreacting because my fucking fiance gave me a cheap ring? That's what it would be about. That's what you would say. Let's keep it a buck da wow. Let's keep it a buck da wow. What bothered me was the fact he gave me the exact ring. What's wrong with that? And he never told me. I mean, the never told me part, why do I have to tell you? I told him if you wanted to reuse the diamond and have it reset into a different ring, I probably wouldn't have cared nearly as much, but handing me the exact ring felt strange. Maybe this sounds irrational, but it made me feel like I was stepping into someone else's place and starting my own future. You're irrational. His response was that I was creating a problem. Facts. At one point, I asked him if he planned on giving me her wedding ring too. Uh, his response was probably maybe. Yeah. What's wrong? What's wrong with that? Oh, actually, hold on. Let me think about this. Maybe the wedding ring should be different. Maybe the wedding ring should be different because it is a new wife. I wouldn't give her the same wedding ring. But engagement ring? Hell yeah. The fuck? But wedding ring? Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. I think that's where it's a little too much. Now it's a new person. You should give her a new ring. That's what I think, me personally. Ask him why he never told me it was her ring before proposing. He said he didn't tell me because he knew I would react like this. Oh, okay, hold on. To me, that made the situation even worse. Yeah, if I was in her shoes, that would make it even worse. Because if you didn't tell me because you didn't think it was a big deal, that makes sense. But if you didn't tell me because you knew I knew it would be a big deal, now we got an issue. We got an issue. Okay. All right. So hold on. She got a little backing. She might not be overreacting. Hold on. I was totally against you for 75% of this thing. We ended up arguing, and I left the ring behind. Ooh, I went to stay with my mom for a few days. Ooh, since then, this has somehow turned into a family discussion involving my side of the family, his side of the family, and even some of his late wife's family. My mom and sisters think my reaction is understandable. They all said the issue isn't even the ring itself. The issue is that he reused such a personal item without discussing it with me first. His family feels differently. Some think I'm overreacting and being disrespectful to his late wife's memory. Others said people pass down jewelry all the time and that a ring is just a ring. My fiance keeps saying that he loves me and isn't trying to replace anyone, and I'm reading way too much into it. The thing is, I don't feel jealous of his wife. I never have. What bothers me is that an engagement is supposed to represent our relationship. Instead, I feel like I'm wearing a symbol of theirs. I genuinely don't know if I'm making this into a bigger issue than it needs to be. So, am I the? What is this? What is this? I don't know what that is. Okay. With all the context, are you overreacting? No. No, because of the talking that you had with him, the talk that you had with him, the explanations that he gave, you're not overreacting. But do I think the engagement ring being just like if if you didn't bring up that wedding ring point, I think you were overreacting. Like first of all, it's just an engagement ring. It's for photos on Facebook, please. Come on. You in this economy, you want somebody to spend all this money, you wouldn't accept a cheaper ring. Stop acting like you would. You never would. I promise you, anybody who's in the comments below saying I'd accept a cheaper ring, you fucking wouldn't. But yes, it does like maybe because like me genuinely, I'm looking at it from this point. I lost my wife. I love her dearly. I found somebody else. She's helping me raise my 4-year-old daughter. I love her so much that I proposed to her, and I didn't have the funds maybe, or I didn't want to spend money, and I already had a ring. So here, use this ring. Like that makes sense to me. But the wedding ring, that should be special because like bitches take weddings seriously. You gotta make them feel special and all that. So yeah, getting her own ring, that should be that should be standard. Like I don't think that's something to debate at all. I think you're not overreacting. Final verdict, you're not overreacting. Let's see the comments. Do they agree with me? He should have saved his deceives wife ring for their daughter. I mean, yeah. I think it's worse giving you didn't know until your sisters brought it to attention. By the way, what the fuck is she doing? The sister-in-law? Yo, get off my dick! If I'm the guy, get off my dick! Why are you telling people about shit that they don't need to know about? Yo, people like that piss me off. When I got a situation going on with somebody, and then somebody else just comes around and taps them on the shoulder like, don't forget about this, by the way. Yo, stay in your own fucking way. Get out of my business. Yo, mind your business. He didn't tell you because he knew you would be upset. That's the biggest red flag. Jewelry is handed down within a family, but it was her ring and you're not her family. It should go to her daughter. I mean, I get the daughter angle, but I don't think it matters anyways, though, me personally. Okay, next up. And final one. Sorry, yo, damn, we're almost at 30 minutes. But final one. Am I overreacting for being upset? My sister announced her pregnancy at my graduation dinner. On everything I love, you're overreacting. This literally doesn't mean anything to me. But let's hear the context and let's decide after. Is this long? Golly, it's pretty long. I'm 22, female, graduated from university last weekend after honestly one of the hardest few years of my life. I worked part time almost the entire time I was in school. I took care of a lot of responsibilities at home and basically had no social life because I was focused on graduating with honors. Congratulations. My parents were really proud and planned a nice family dinner for me at a restaurant. Nothing user financially, just immediate family and a couple of close relatives. I was excited because my family doesn't make a big deal out of my accomplishments, so this felt special. My older sister has always been kind of okay, here we go. Here we go with the fucking family fucking dynamic. My sister has always been main character. She's louder, more outgoing, and somehow you're jealous of your sister. Just get it out the way. Golly, bruh. Somehow every event eventually becomes about her. But maybe the sister is a narcissist. Who knows? I've spent years trying not to let it bother me. My dinner actually started off real nice. My parents gave a toast about how proud they were. My aunt brought flowers, and for once I felt seen. Then right before dessert, my sister suddenly stood up and silent and said, "Well, since everybody's together, I have news too." She pulled out a tiny pair of baby shoes, and now she was pregnant. And hey, okay. Before we read anything else, I think that you have a bias against your older sister. That's what I think. All right? Maybe you just don't like the fact that she does this all the time. Maybe she does it all the time. Steals your spotlight. Maybe that's a genuine issue that she has. But from just seeing this, I think there's literally no issue with it at all. The family is not always going to gather up together like this. And also, You've already been celebrated graduating. You already been celebrated with this, and there's like, here's what I'm thinking: why spend money on getting all the family together and then telling them all at once? Like, we're all already here, man. I already know that I'm pregnant, and we're all already here. Let me just tell you that I'm fucking pregnant. Come on, come on. Like, I feel like that isn't a big deal, but I'm not a woman, so I don't know. I'm not a woman. 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 I was saying women with E. I'm not a woman, so I don't know. She pulled out a tiny pair of baby shoes and now she was pregnant. The entire table, oh my god, the entire, no way, the entire. Everybody started crying, cheering, hugging her, taking photos, asking questions. Maybe within 2 minutes, my graduation dinner completely turned into a pregnancy celebration. It could be both. And no one talked about my graduation again for the rest of the night. Oh, do you want me to congratulate you every 20 fucking seconds? Like, bro, like, I don't see the issue with this at all. But maybe she does this all the time. My mom literally asked the waiter if they could write "Congrats, mommy" on a dessert. Yeah, what's wrong? Maybe I don't understand because I'm not a woman. Maybe on a dessert plate for my sister. Meanwhile, my own graduation cake was still sitting untouched at the end of the table. Okay. You might have a little something with that. I just kind of sat there quietly while everyone focused on her. I tried really hard not to cry because I didn't want to ruin the mood. Damn. Okay, hold on. Maybe you kind of wanted the spotlight for once that she's took it from you, and she's always been doing that when you were a kid, and now she took it from you at your biggest achievement in life at this point, and it fucking sucks. When we got home, my mom noticed I was quiet. I admitted that I felt hurt. She chose my graduation dinner to make her announcement. Immediately got upset, said I should be happy for her. You should. Now my family says I'm being selfish and dramatic. A pregnancy is exciting news. It's not like graduation changes anything. Also said I'm too old to care about having attention. You are. You're fucking, how old are you? You're 22. Grow up. What hurts most is that I would never do that to someone else. If it had been her engagement dinner, birthday, promotion, anything, I would have waited for my own moment instead of hijacking theirs. Now I feel guilty for even being upset because everyone's acting like I'm some jealous monster for wanting one dinner to stay about the thing we were supposed to be celebrating. I kind of feel you on this. I don't think you're overreacting because I think that's just the way you're wired. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. Me personally. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. But sounds like you're mad that she stole your attention. And yeah, I don't think you're overreacting that she stole your attention. Yeah, if you're mad about it, you're mad about it. Be jealous. Be who you are. You should never announce your own personal shit at somebody else's celebration. Never do it. Shut up. Your family sucks. Shut up. Shut up. Oh my god. Yeah, I hate niggas on Reddit. They're all fucking dick suckers. Listen, if you feel sad about this, feel sad. But it's not a crazy like it's not a she's pregnant. She's bringing life into this world. And you're graduating. I get it. It's your biggest achievement to this date. You work hard to get here. Congratulations. Everybody talked about you for so long. And right when dessert came, right at the end of dinner, it wasn't in the middle, it wasn't at the beginning, it was at the end of dinner that she talked about it. So come on, y'all, let's all chill out. All right? This kind of ended on a terrible note, but that's it. That's the video. If you like the video, comment. Comment if you want me to do more Reddit shit, because I genuinely find these interesting. They might not be real, but who cares? You know, who cares? It's fun to read. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Comment, share. You know, if you have any more ideas you guys want me to do, let me know in the comments down below. I don't mind listening.